All right, hi there. We've got a 12 by 12 with black gesso. And I told a story a very long time ago. One of the first videos that I ever made was called Schrodinger's Apartment. Okay? I know you're like, why isn't this guy painting? Okay? Well, Schrodinger's Apartment is a story that kind of lends into more along the lines of the way my brain works. So let me tell you a story. Okay. So Schrodinger's apartment is this apartment. I've lived in these apartments for like a year and a half now, and I've never seen a person come or go in that apartment. Right? You can see lights coming on and off, but you can't really tell if there's a person there or not, right? I've never personally myself seen someone come or go from that apartment. And one of the things that got me was somebody, the people that bring the phone books, like people use phone books anymore, right? So phone books showed up at all of our apartments. And the phone book at that apartment literally sat out in front of the apartment for the better part of a year. Someone eventually picked it up, but I don't know. I never saw it. But that phone book sat there forever. And I'm just like, I kind of was coming up with the idea of Schrodinger's apartment. Because the whole idea of Schrodinger's cat is that you put a cat in a box with this radioactive isotope that should kill the cat. But until you actually look in the box, you don't know if the cat's alive or dead. And it's superpositioning, I think I'm saying that part right. And it's like the idea is that the cat is both alive and dead at the same time. And then I've heard it said that the cat may or may not even be in the box until you see it, right? And so I start going down this thought process of this apartment that I've never seen someone come or go from. And I kind of thought, oh, maybe it's one of those like show apartments. There's a lot of apartments here. And so maybe they just have one. So they're like, oh, this is this layout. Realistically, I'm sure somebody lived there and they just have different hours that I don't work. But I've never seen anyone in there, so I'm just going to keep going with it, right? And so I have never seen anyone come or go. It's been all of this time. My daughter says she saw someone, but she could be lying to me, right? I didn't see the person. I'm not saying she's sus, but, she could be messing with me. So today I come home from work and I see these people coming. I see the windows up in the bedroom, all the windows are open. And I see this couple bringing their stuff down like, oh, we just cleaned an apartment. And I was like, wonder if they cleaned that apartment. So I'm walking by and I notice that the front thingies are up. And I kind of peered in, and there's this like film on just that one apartment. I wish I had that film on mine. You can't see in, even if the blinds are open. So that's part of it. But when I looked in there, it's a completely empty apartment. Okay? So my theory is that it's a show apartment, and I don't know if it is. It could be a show apartment because I've never seen any furniture in there, and now my only visual representation of what I've seen with my own eyes is that being an empty apartment. I had joked and said that, oh well, maybe they've got like one of those light things that turns the lights on and off because they don't want homeless people trying to sleep in the apartment, right? Again, I'm pretty sure there was probably somebody living in there, but since I haven't actually seen somebody come or go from there, my only experience is what my brain can think of. And so now the only piece of evidence that I have seen in relation to this specific apartment is that it's empty. So, This is what I have observed with my own two eyes. And it's kind of a fun little idea to think about. So, as far as I know, it could have been an empty apartment this whole time, and they're just now cleaning it because, there's no houses available. And so there's more people wanting to rent, and they're like, well, geez, we could rent that apartment. I know, it sounds insane, but part of the creative process is being able to think creatively. And when there is no answer, who's to say that I'm wrong? Right? I mean, I could literally knocked on the door at any point throughout this whole time living here and just said, hey, does somebody actually live here? But no, I was waiting for the box to open. I was waiting for a cat to come walking out of the box, or me to walk up and the box be empty, right? That's what it was. And I now know that it's in an empty apartment. I don't know if it ever was before. And maybe this time, when somebody moves in, I will see the person moving in, and then I'll be like, oh, now there's somebody living in there. But that still doesn't answer if somebody lived there before. Right? You ever think about weird, crazy, random stuff like that? That's how my brain works. That's part of my creative process to what you are seeing on this canvas right now. Like I said before, everything that has happened to me in my entire life is what has created this thing you are looking at right now. Right? And that's the fun part. Is tomorrow it'll be something different. It could be the same emotions. It could be something different. I could literally paint the same thing. I doubt it. I could come close, I'm sure. But I know the way my brain works, and that's never going to happen again. This specific piece will never happen again. Ever. And that's just how it works. And that's the fun part. Anyways. I'm almost here. Like, I just wanted some of this right here. Okay, so we're going to call this one Schrodinger's apartment. Because, I can't not call it Schrodinger's apartment. Who knows? Someday you'll be like, that crazy person, he painted this thing. It was something about a cat and an apartment. And you'll be like, oh, I know. Schrodinger's apartment. What do you think? All right. Schrodinger's apartment. Go out there and be the change you want to see in this world, and have a wonderful, fantastic day.